Most people have never understood me in the streets when I say, try to have good thoughts. It actually was excellent therapy for me because I barely have any. So for me to voice that, express words, chosen ones, express words. A black gentleman. And his express words is a Z. Like, my life just completely, totally sucked. Like, all the way. Like, you know, can you remember any good times? Like, I had a best friend, Rosalind Kronk. Our other friend, Terry, wasn't really a friend. But Rosalind Kronk was my friend. When I met her, first grade. 10th grade. And then I met my boyfriend, Mark Pesnowski. And then there was a artist friend, Cindy Pouts, did not go to art school with me. Another lady went to art school with me, and her name was Jenny. And then there was Connie. That's it. Like, there was a woman from my old church, but she was never, ever there for me, never, ever my friend. I could never, ever... unreliable. I'm talking about unreliable people. So, like, maybe she's there, maybe she's not in, like, 6 months. So, that's not, a friend, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's my beginning. Okay. See, Rosalind Kronk was my best friend. Then Mark Pesnowski. Then Cindy Pouts. I do not know when I met her, but after Mark Pesnowski and Connie. And then, like, nobody. Late Susan Chappelle. Like, see, everybody used me in my life. I had a really sad life. Very sad. My kids, when they were young. Okay, so when I was allowed to be around my kids, when they were, last time I was around my kids was when they were 7 and 9. Okay, really sad. Really sad. I mean, I'm talking about a mom should be able to have access to her kids most of the time. So I'm talking about, like, not even being able to see them for their birthdays or my birthday, or like that would be a day to see your kids. Like, whatever. I had a really, really sad life. That's it. That's about all the people. Let's count them. Rosalind, Mark, Cindy, Jenny, Connie, late Susan Chappelle, and my children. 8 people that never used me. Of course, my children can't use me because they're my kids. Like, how could your kid use you? I was supposed to be able to give them my kid, but in my circumstances, there's no way I could. Well, I did. Like, I got free, nice snack foods for them. I mean, that's something. Free bags of chips, free Oreo cookies, free, like Easter time, the one church gave out, like, great donuts, a great cake. Like, that's good shit, So, I don't have anything. So what I do have, that was cool. That I'm able to give that way. That's about it. Being naturally mad, righteously angry, I don't understand this world. And I'll just say this is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Child molestation is unforgivable, okay? John Hagee was not a real preacher, but he was a TV evangelist. John Hagee. I have to say something funny. Okay, I'm against porn, but Eric Joseph Charles. Okay, he taped over the John Hagee tapes. I gave John Hagee because I thought I loved him. I gave him a whole videotape. See, I slaved making that. Now, I didn't watch it. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I was always a space cadet, so you can hear a whole church service and not get anything out of it. Like, people are just zombies. Just like, oh, yeah, it was great. What was it about? And they can't say one word. Well, people just go in the flow thing. Like, whatever. So I taped all these. I had it. The front and the back. John Hagee. Maybe there are other ones on there, but John Hagee was the main one, so. I asked him about it, like, years later. I taped porn on it. That's just. Okay. Funny. Porn's worse than John Hagee. But John Hagee preaches. He's a false prosperity teacher. So it's useless what he says, but porn can hurt you. And they prove that with all these videos. Like, yeah. It does hurt you. What it does to your brain, just like being abused to death. Ruins your brain, makes you mentally ill. Being abused to death. They taught that. When you're abused to death, your fight or flight in your survival mode, my God, like my brain was changed ever since I can remember. So I never had a right brain, thinking everybody wants me dead. Walking into kindergarten class, just looking around, all little people. They all want me dead. Like, that's my reality. Like, I never got any help. People never gave a fuck about me, and that's the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Like, whatever. I'm a real person. I don't know why nobody else is real. Like, nobody helps out the poor. I can't fucking help out the poor. I care, but I can't do a damn thing. And there was a girl that I was with at a meal just last night. And I was just telling her all about the drug addicts. There's only 3 of them there, so I could stand that. Like, what the hell's the matter with them? Oh my God. They try to do K2, and he knows what the fuck's in their meth. Like, that's all that they... Now, rehab really sucks. Because rehab, they make you go to breakfast. Like, army. Like, that's just mean. Like, if you want to sleep in a couple mornings and not eat breakfast, you should be able to have that choice. No, not rehab. No. You have to go down and get chow. And then you have to go and go from, that's at 6. Then they have like a 7 o'clock meeting. So they have meetings on the hour, every hour, and there might be 15 minutes to go back to your class, to go back to your room, to get your book for your class and go to the bathroom. And then your room, you share it with 6 people, so then that bathroom is shared by 6 people. Well, what if you can't go to the bathroom? Then you have to wait. And then you get screamed at for going to class. And that's rehab. From 6 a.m. to 9. Yes, they have classes from 7 to, like, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Then they have lunch, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, lunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 supper. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Check that out. 12 damn classes. Maybe not that many, but very close to over 10. Approximately 10 damn classes that you have to go to every single day. So no, rehab is not, but let me tell you, it's a lot better than those people. panhandling on the street. And I might have given them like $1 or $2. No. Like, they have to get a rehab. Like, yeah, I can't help them out. Absolutely not. No. No way. I'd call the fucking rehab for them. Pick them up right here. Like, that's the only thing I can do. I don't understand, them hating themselves that much to do that. Now, rehab really sucks, but it's better than being a zombie on the fucking street. Seriously. This world doesn't make any sense. And, I don't know, I would say meth from Hitler in pill form would have been okay. Who knows, don't do the battery acid and the fucking liquid Drano. God's herb from 1990. God's cocaine from 1988. Heroin might be good. Never tried it. So, I don't know. And I barely did crack, but I was falsely accused of being a crack whore. And that was just absolutely horrifying in my life. Just because my ex-boyfriend that wouldn't leave me alone. I mean, I tried to leave him and go where my kids are at, but I couldn't. Because he was always, he was just like my dead husband. He wouldn't leave me alone. Like, I mean, he'd go out and collect cans and buy his beer, and, like, he took me out. The only thing he ever did was take me out to eat once a month. But, I mean, my circumstances were that bad. I had nowhere to go. And he saved me from late McGall Bellis and at 12 East Farnham Street. It was a Dead Heart building. It used to be called Gerhardt. Somebody else took over. They really suck. And I was living with a rapist, so Glenn saved me. So it was, late Michael and Bell. I was like, oh wow, I have a new beginning and stuff. And after the guy raped me, then, he wouldn't stop. And, people don't understand that, you can have consensual sex, and then if the guy starts raping you, then that's rape. That's not consensual sex anymore. So he had really, really hard, rough sex with me, biting me and pinching me. That's not good. And then I got very, very sick. So he had a disease, and I had to overcome the disease, and when I took all my vitamins to overcome my disease that he gave me, then that asshole said, oh, now that you're all healthy and plump, I'm like seeing Glenn, and like I sparingly go in there because all he's after me, just like pretend about narcissist when I was forced to live with him for 4 months. Oh my god, like, where's Tara? Where's Tara? Where's Tara? Where's Tara? Oh my god. What the hell? What the hell? People are... this one so-called friend the other day. Why you look so mad? What? Everything's working out for you, isn't it? Like, the hell? I had a really shitty life. She had a pretty awesome year, with having everything work out for her as well as it did, and having all that extra money, having an extra fucking $600 in your fucking pocket. What the hell's her problem? Like, what am I gonna do? 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 Same as pretending about narcissists. What am I gonna do? Tara, what are we gonna do about gas? Gas me, 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 gas me. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What am I gonna do? That's totally insane. This is what I had to put up with my entire life. And I didn't go insane. Because I give Jesus' blood credit for making me sane. But like, yeah, I shouldn't have went through all the hell. And I noticed all the child molesters in my life, and none of them ever, like, 30 of them. What the fuck? What the hell? 30 fucking... Over 30 child molesters. Like, hearing about them, like, the mission. Or, oh, my God. They're just like... Oh, shit. It's like... Every other person where I live is a child molester. Like, oh, my God. Just insane. Or just a rapist. Like, and that's my fucking life. In a nutshell, like, I can't count at 8 people who did not use me. I can't really think of any other one. Like, I mean, they're not in my life. They never gave to me. They never cared. Like, let me think. Trying to think. Okay. Really lousy. No. When Susan Whitman wasn't alive, she abused me. Worked there. Tiny. Joe Fay was a character. Joe and Joe. I had a couple counselors that were my friends. There's a recent one at PA Counseling. I'll honor her and not say her name. There was a caseworker. There was, I had a few counselors as friends. Erin. She was a beautiful friend because I was like going out of my mind when my kids are small. And she was a pregnancy counselor. She was my first awesome counselor. And my second one was Earl. And then another one was really crazy. And then there was a girl. And I saw her twice. I saw her when my husband was alive and after he was dead. So I like that. And the one I have now. And then the other one was okay. She was nice. I only had her for like 3 months, maybe. Not even that. She kind of left right away. Her boyfriend had a new job, and she had to leave. So it was really cool. I showed her Victoria's tea, and she had an awesome video about how family life really is. And it was just like, oh my God, it was fucking great. That was our last session together. And I forget her name. She was a nice young lady. My counselors were my friends. Okay. A friend is somebody who you can count on, rely on, means the same thing. Who respects you, somebody who's there for you. I mean, the girl that I hung out the other day is really nice. I say, I'm thinking that she probably talks behind my back too. But it was really nice hanging out with her. Like, when I hang out with people, they're like my best friend for that. Like, I'll hang out like 4, 5, 6 hours and have a great day. Or, 2 entire hours, 3 entire hours of just really good talk. And I don't know, maybe they're jealous of me. And in reality, that's what it is. And, what the hell am I doing? I'm like, oh, you have no money. Wow, you don't have any money and you're happy. I'm not really that happy. I just, try to survive. That's all I tried to do, but they respected me. But, not, they disrespected me. So, yeah, it's about 8 people in my life who, who were there for me, who were actually there. That's not that many. Like somebody who I can go cry to, go running to in trouble. My life was that sad. Nobody to rely on. Nobody to give a helping hand. Nobody to pick me up. I used to work at the Wise at Pitney Road. Right across the street's Turkey Hill. Metro, where me and my husband bought phones, and there's a CVS. And I worked there in the deli, and I used to just walk in at 1 o'clock in the morning. But nothing ever bad happened to me. I mean, that's really a dangerous time to walk in. I didn't have anybody to pick me up, ever, drive me to the grocery store or anything. And, how else are you supposed to get home? And insane, pretend-a-lot narcissists would say, well, you never asked me. Why? Oh, you didn't know me way back then. You never asked. See, that's the biggest bullshit line that a narcissist uses. All their shit that they say is all lies. And they're just filled with demons. They don't even know what the hell they're doing. But what I did notice is, 3 of them in my life, not in my life, but 3 of them that I know of, they allow their abuser to steal money from them, to take from them. All 3 of them. What the hell, man? One's like, in their upper 70s. One's in their 60s. And the other one's in their 60s. There's a male and 2 women. And they don't make any sense. I mean, they're responsible adults, I thought. Well, a responsible adult, when if somebody keeps on taking money from you, why do you keep on giving them money? So there's something in the spiritual realm that they don't feel good about themselves. So in all reality, they absolutely hate themselves. And for some reason, another entity, like they are, the other entity, the other demon-possessed person, takes over their life, and they just allow it. And they don't even question it. They just keep on giving them money. Like, that never happened to me before. I don't know what that's like. Some of it, an endless bank account. Give. And our bank's supposed to go belly up, whenever that is. I would think the end of the year. I never had a place or anything, but where I'm at, and I prefer calling it the old fix home. And, I live it with a lot of... Okay, I dyed my hair. It was white. And I put a lot of cream on my face to get rid of my wrinkles. But, yeah, I live in an old folks home. Yeah. And it's a ladies' old folks home. So there's no man. Might be one man downstairs, but... I wouldn't know, but the capacity would be, there would be maybe 6 men allowed to live here. I'm not sure the rules. And I'm doing okay today. I didn't pick up a drink. I go to recovery, and I go there to observe the people. I'm there. But I mean, they all are good-hearted. They all had bad, dealings with drugs, and so did I. So that's the connection, right? I mean, I don't know why you'd want to go over and over it again. And every single one of them disrespects themselves by sometimes saying, "Hi, I'm so-and-so. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm a recovering drug addict. I'm a recovering alcoholic." Okay, what do you mean recovering? You didn't do drugs for like 20 years. You didn't drink alcohol for 2 decades, some 3 decades? How can they even say that? That makes no sense. But, I mean, it's still good to go to. I mean, it's still very nice. I like it better in church. It is like a little church. Okay, so it's people who were hurt who get together and talk about, that they're glad that they don't do drugs, when they have, like, hurt feelings, instead of lowering their standards and, going out and getting wild on drugs, then they will stay and they will focus on themselves. Well, whatever recovery book that they say. I'm for them sticking up for themselves and not being drug addicts. So they were major drug addicts. All right. What I recall. And they're all doing very well. And it's a nice little meeting. And I enjoy it very much. It's good to have group talks like I had in Pyramid. And that was just phenomenal. Like, oh my God, the rehab Pyramid. It's just like, oh my God, it was great. Everyone was each other's best friend because they all lost their minds. They went out of their minds doing drugs. They'll tell you everything about them. Like really intimate details that you never ever see anybody usually do. That's why that's the only magic about rehab. So yeah, the rehab sucks with all the classes that you have to go to, but you share in some of the classes. And they just open up and they just spill the beans about their life. And like everybody's best friend. That's the magical thing about rehab. And I would say that's the magical thing about the recovery group that I go to. Like, we'll all open up and say, how drugs are bad and, what bad things happen, and we want to better ourselves and not do bad things to our body. But now, unfortunately, when you drink the tap water, and the food now, to watch Riverside Hempstead or whatever, a young kid, like, I try to buy healthy, but I'm not, that I should, like, have been organized and all that, but, I went through a lot, a year ago, still having pretend a lot narcissist in my life, and sometimes I saw my ex, but, like, we weren't going out, but he just thought, oh, well, love, how can I be your love when now it's been a year and a half?